What's up, wrestling fans, and happy Veterans Day. Thank you to everyone out there who served. And we have a lot today. There's some cool stuff. Like AEW fans running away from Twitter. Myself and Gary are very happy, and we have to make this early announcement that it finally happened. We talked about him for what, Gary? Months? 6 months at least?
Yeah, maybe even as much as a year.
Everyone, sit down for this one. The man's man, Silas Young. I'm not saying he's with TNA, but he wrestled on Explosion, so that's a start. Okay, really happy about that. This is Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling. I am Jason, here with the Hurricane Gary. Gary, quickly, you can talk about Silas, how much we love him, before we get into some big news.
Oh, yeah, very, very underrated talent. I know by looking at him, you're probably not going to, like, he looks kind of indie, but, man, this guy can fucking go.
I think he looks more old school than indie.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, I think that a combination of both, you know. But I mean,
is it fair to say, because you watched at the time when I didn't, he was one of the few Ring of Honor actual characters?
Oh yeah, he was very good at promos, and I don't just and it didn't hurt that he had a really cool theme song as well. So
yeah, just like certain people in wrestling, I just don't get, like, how are they not bigger or signed or whatever. He's one of them. Like, ever since he left, ever since Ring of Honor died or fake died or whatever, better off dead, I say. I mean, whatever the hell it is now with the 7 people watching every week. Okay, a lot going on. TNA talk. Moose just won the X Division title. We have a spoiler about someone big returning this week. A former X Division champion, not going to name it now. Nemeth and Eddie is set for Turning Point. That's at WrestleCade. Going to make fun of AEW fans in just a moment. Thought there was one other piece of news here. Am I forgetting something, Gary? The spoilers. We have a lot of spoilers. We'll get to the spoilers at the end. 2 nights of spoilers. Something like 30 matches.
I did hear that Jeff Hardy performed some kind of concert Friday. Was it Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, after the show. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool there.
I saw it like at the last minute. They put like a Oh, that's cool. On behalf of Steve Macklin and all of TNA Wrestling, as we mark Veterans Day, we'd like to thank all who served. Well, not the best written tweet, but we get it, and nice job. Also, shout out to Macklin, our boy, who should be getting pushed like a lunatic to he should be world champ, whatever. I'm not going to yell about Macklin right now.
I did have another piece of news, too. Apparently, TNA designed a character, action figure called Major Bendy. 100% of the proceeds are going to recovery for Chris Bay. So look for that on the internet. There's some.
God, I wish we can keep up with that. There's so much. I've been seeing so much about Chris Bay. Like, everyone's doing is like, I'm gonna say everyone. So many people are doing the best they can.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a new brand going forward. They're going to start doing in case of stuff like this happens, but I guess it's kind of almost like the micro brawler kind of thing, but like bigger. So
yeah. Pretty cool. Okay, I don't know what this is. I just literally looked this up. I'm clicking for TNA news. Bubba Ray Dudley on a virtual signing. I like to cross over with NXT and TNA. I think it has helped TNA out tremendously. Well, they have been selling out shows like crazy, which I like to give a little love to Sami Callihan, the new events guy. I feel like that can't just be a, whatever, coincidence. They weren't selling out. They weren't selling out anything with Scott for how long? Again, and people are like, oh, why did you bring up Scott? Because he ran the fucking company for years, that's why. And he couldn't sell out a goddamn show, and it looked like shit. It looked like AEW shows do now.
Well, how long has Sammy been doing the live event stuff? Has this been
Good question. Not sure. I'm going to say that.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I've noticed.
We don't know.
I've noticed.
I'm going to say, to fit my agenda, right when they started selling out shows.
Yeah.
But no, like we mentioned that other guy, like, they hired the money guy. You know what I mean? They actually hired an Anthem money guy. Like, the fact that they didn't have one is kind of, I don't know, sad, bad.
And to be fair, with Sammy's shows with Revolver, his shows always had pretty good attendance, and like the production was like above what anyone else would do.
Yeah, I tweeted earlier about about how he's Revolve is awesome. Revolve has always been fun, and like I don't know, whatever it was. I tweeted something about like how he's had better stories than Scott has in the last few years on fucking Revolver, which is an indie which doesn't even really have stories. Just shows what a terrible job Scott did. But again, Scott was good for a while. Like I hate when people give me shit like, "Oh, you just hate the guy." Like, no, go back and listen to any of our fucking crazy amount of podcasts we did through fucking years talking really nicely about this dude.
Honestly, with Sammy on board, I don't know why they're not looking into maybe ditching the digital media title and just maybe introducing a hardcore title.
Listen, they'll probably get to that. They can't get to all of our ideas at the same exact time. We mentioned. I literally sent them an email. That was one of my messages to ask for about Sammy doing events. I'm like, the guy runs he runs his own promotion. Why would he? He's right there. It's very similar to Alicia years ago. When we would be like, yo, Alicia's right there. You need knockouts. And I know a lot of people. Sorry, I know some people don't like Alicia. I don't know if it's like a heel thing or they just don't like her, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna like everyone. She does a solid job, and
yeah, I don't have no issues with her. She's paid her dues in TNA. She's stayed,
more than Jesus.
She stayed active with TNA. She was in Wrestle House. I mean, she's kind of been like the part of the
totally.
TNA.
Never. I mean, listen, I'm not saying AEW is knocking down her door or anything, but
no.
Never mentioned anything about working with any other company. There's never a story ever. So okay, this AEW thing is wild. Many fans and journalists I noticed, or I read on Twitter. I don't notice a lot of things unless someone's shitting on Sean Sapp, and then I jump in like I did today and cause a lot of commotion. And the reason is because it's not as fun as it used to be. Did you hear that, TNA fans? It's not as fun as it used to be. How many fucking years did all of you listening, you TNA fans, deal with insane negativity from the entire community, including the journalists who are now running to Blue Sky. It's really pretty. It has a butterfly as the logo's a butterfly. I mean, I guess a snowflake would have been too on the fucking nose for this thing.
Well, I mean, if you remember back like when there was a TNA Mecca, and I don't know, just different people, you'd have some people pop in and they'd be bashing TNA and
totally, and it was that's what made it good. Like nobody, I fucking hated it when people would be like, oh, TNA Mecca's like everyone just blows everything, because it wasn't true.
No,
and like even you remember, people would come in, they would argue all the time, and like I'm pretty sure TNA Asylum is missing that.
Yeah,
it's probably partially due to me because I forced Six-Pac to get the fuck out of there. I mean, I told people he was literally taking screenshots of something, and like I don't know, whatever. Like I kind of feel bad about the whole thing because even negative shit like that, if you can draw people to talk about TNA, it's good. Like I didn't realize that at the time, but whatever. Like this whole, I can't get over this Blue Sky thing. I'm looking at the logo now, and man, this is the lamest fucking thing. It's if anybody hasn't seen it, it's Threads. I mean, I guess everything looks like Threads. Oh my god, holy crap. Sorry, breaking news. Soraya just posted some really hot pictures in case anyone wants to check those out. But yeah, this thing looks like shit.
Yeah, but is that on Twitter or Blue Sky?
No, she's not on. That's on Instagram. Yeah. Probably not on. Just looking at Blue Sky. I don't even know if you can post pictures.
Oh, okay.
I can't. Whatever. Like it looks exactly like that other one that I used for like 2 days. I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. Everyone's gonna go. So somebody wrote before I joined. Okay, this is from where I found it on Twitter, AEW Fan Hub. Okay, AEW fans are abandoning Twitter X, and moving to Blue Sky. Okay, so this was 2 days ago. Prince Nana and Adam Page have already joined. This is not an exaggeration. This is definitely some people pointing out, like, Sean Sapp is there. This is Kate Fabe is there. I mean, literally, those are two people that are part of my never-ending story who fucked with my nieces. JD from New York joined, so like everyone was all happy, but like it's so stupid. Forget how incredibly weak it is. Like, how long is it going to last? First off, no one's going to stay on this shit app because it's shit. There's a reason people are on Twitter. It's a good fucking app. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure. It's gonna be twisted now because listen, what's his name? The fucking Elon is clearly with Trump. I mean, he's basically the fucking vice president. I don't know if you've seen that, Gary, but and if anyone's complaining about that, what is wrong with you? Listen, I'm not a huge Trump fan, but sticking him with the smartest man in the world seems like a step up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not a Musk fan, but he's literally the smartest man in the world.
A lot of unwarranted money went for the campaign for both sides, though.
Oh yeah, well, that's a whole that's a whole thing. Like Musk giving away millions of dollars, but whatever. So I mean, like this is just insane. It sucks they still don't have a notification bell. They don't even have a fucking notification bell on this stupid fucking app. Somebody said, isn't that the cage match of social media? Yes, that's exactly. Like, you can go to cage match. That's where I take all my shit from. It's just like just results. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even find how to refresh to get new fucking things on. Oh my god, whatever. Terrible.
Like
and sorry, I didn't get to my point of all these assholes are going to show up on there anyway. They already are. You know what I mean? Like if Sap is on there, all of his fucking haters are going to be on there. I thought I was a big one, but I don't know if you saw this, but like someone made some really big thing. Someone made an account, and they made the account so fucking good, or I don't know, someone, I forget the first fucking source, but it was Dave Meltzer wrote a report based on a fake Fightful report because the account that posted it looked so fucking real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what kind of insane haters they have out there, like trying to destroy them to the fact where they're making accounts, posting news, saying they're coming from them, so no one knows what actually is real when it comes to Fightful, which is kind of funny, at least.
Well,
knowing they're all pieces of fucking scum and drugged out and sorry.
Well, on their end, look at it like from their side, like they're totally blowing off the fact their product is sucky. And it, like, you know, they're worried about the social media stuff and the negativity.
Oh,
but
totally.
Here TNA is just sitting back. They're just focused on selling out shows and
totally.
not, you know what I mean?
No. And if you look, anyone go look, check out the talent, the TNA talent, what they post almost every, well, no, not almost, before every fucking show, every event. It's like WWE. Or a step past that. They have a script. Like, it's clear. It's so obvious. They have a script. They're not being forced. Well, whatever. Maybe they are being forced. It's part of their job now to promote events. This was something I said like years ago. Why would wrestlers not promote their own fucking events for the company? You know what I mean? It's the same as wearing like merchandise. And like we talk about this stuff for years, like so long, like obvious shit.
Well, and I couldn't picture not posting our podcast on Twitter because, like, we have a pretty cool friend in PCO.
Well, that's the thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, sorry. But they're still gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they'll keep Twitter for that. They just don't want the negative. Yeah. They'll turn off their comments. Yeah. They don't want the negative. They don't want anyone replying. And again, the first fucking time I ever spoke to Sean Sapp, I was running Impact on Twitch, and I put a tweet out because he wrote something negative about TNA or fans. And then I wrote something incredibly positive about TNA. Like, you know what I mean? I quoted him, and like I didn't say anything bad about him. It was just all about like, you know, TNA, like just being a total TNA mark. That's what I did when I was running a fucking TNA account, even though no one ever told me to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I figured it was smart, and it was, and whatever. So he quote tweets me, and he says, "This is why TNA," something like, "This is why TNA fans." Well, like TNA fans are the worst things to happen to the community because they're positive about everything all the time. And now think about that with AEW and Fightful and the fact that they had to run to another app.
Oh yeah. Well,
we're the worst fans. We got balls. We how many years, Gary, have you been getting shit for being a TNA fan?
Oh yeah, I don't know how many.
How many times did you run away like a fucking bitch
And so, you know what? I'm gonna go watch NXT instead, so people are friends.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
so
I've had to.
I can be on the winning side.
But it's only because they're so nauseating. Some of them, it's like if you say something to one, then like 3 or 4 others join in, and it's just like it's a losing battle when you're battling on a keyboard.
And exactly, that's what Twitter is for the most part. But it flipped on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said this from day one. What's going to happen to everyone when everyone turns? And almost everyone has, except Fightful and Dave, who some have said are on the payroll. Literally 2 people, Fightful and Dave. That's the only people I've said have been on the payroll.
Well, really,
I don't know if you ever listened, but Dave's other dude, I forget his fucking name. Do you know his name by any chance? The guy who always records with Dave. Whatever. He's been extremely negative about AEW now.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So he makes Dave sound like a total moron. He's like, Dave, you have to look at the numbers. You know, they got their ass kicked by NXT last week. Dave tweeted, blah 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 blah. We see it as a win for AEW. And then Raj Giri, I think it is, the Wrestling Inc. owner.
Well, the thing is,
retweeted it. Dave, I see it as a win because they won. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing to go. Like, he breaks everything down to make it look like they won something.
Well, it was weird too because like early on, NXT was beating or AEW. One of their subsidiary shows, I think, was beating NXT for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I think Dynamite was beating them bad. I think.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I don't know if they moved away or what happened, but like.
Yeah, and then it just the bottom fell out of the whole.
Yeah, and it's funny. It happened both ways. AEW. I just saw a post, which is pretty perfect. 4 years ago, ready? 4 years ago to the day, they had a segment where Cody Rhodes was in the ring. He was interrupted by newcomer Jade Cargill, who brought out Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, wow.
3 huge stars you will never see there again. Maybe Jade.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they had, like, would Shaq go there today? Like, I don't know.
Well,
it had the cool factor. You know what I mean? And again, I don't think anyone gives Cody enough credit for being for giving them, you know what I mean, relevance. I don't know if that's the word.
Well, I think a lot of the case with AEW is they shot their load early. You know,
that's a good point. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they got too many. Like I remember Jay and Silent Bob showing up in the front row. I think it's something to do cross promotion.
They did stuff with the Impractical Jokers.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, because I had mentioned to you something about TNA ought to, you know, like if they could get on True TV, kind of mix it up and
it's like we talked about this as like a dream scenario.
Yeah,
like, you know, we don't want anyone to lose jobs or whatever, but like I don't know. I never saw how AEW could last. Anyone can go back years to when I talked about the fact that it was angry WWE fans. I remember saying it. What happened to WWE gets better? So then WWE got so much better. NXT is really, really good. I never watched it. And it's so hard for me to just start watching a new show. But that show is really fucking easy to watch. And you would like it because it's so goddamn nice looking.
Oh, yeah. Well, it seems like it got refocused once Vince, you know, all the drama went away.
Totally. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can tell, like, there's a lot more thinking process.
But don't you think it's also like, fuck you? You don't think Triple H remembers and like all this shit? And sorry, had a little issue there. Had to cut out, so now we're cutting back in. So yeah. I mean, don't you think like part of it is Triple H, who might be more what's the word? Vengeful? That's not the word I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, it definitely
kind of fits.
Amping up the revenge factor because especially pursuing going after TNA to work with them, and like this is like his way of saying was like, this is how you work with TNA and they work with us. You don't think you're better than the part. You know what I mean? And
and they really didn't. I mean, they still gave TNA Wendy Chu at the end.
Yeah, and they continue to still throw little inklings of other talent here and there. You know, like and then letting us show up on NXT. Like, you figured, would you say that the Rascals were a part of the NXT roster for like 3 months or something?
Yeah, like that. And it's funny they mentioned that I think on the show, which we will get to. this is a TNA review. We will get to the actual show.
Yeah.
Just going to be quick this week because I don't know, really a nice way to say it was pretty bad, or it was
Yeah,
it was what's the word? Not eventful.
yeah, the injuries last set or whatever.
And there was like 30 minutes of something from
from the TNA
it
vault.
was
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm God.
Santana and our boy Mustafa.
Yeah, and that oh man. So I walked away for a minute, and I come back and I see Mustafa Ali, and I started to do a fist pump.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, Mustafa Ali is back.
Yeah, kind of almost like anytime I used
And then,
to
like, in
see
my head, I'm like, wait a minute, I read spoilers. I know he's not back. You know what I mean? Like,
he's I put him up there with my one of my all time favorites, Low Key. I don't know. I always like Low Key too as well.
a lot of love for a newcomer.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, he was that fucking good, man. God.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm guessing he's just waiting for the Rumble. Like,
yeah, probably.
I'm shocked he didn't go to AEW. Totally shocked, or he's too smart. But I mean, god damn, he was so good.
He might not want to piss off WWE, you know, because he is trying to.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with like Naomi. You know, they went to TNA, they killed it, they showed, you know.
Yeah, I think they would be okay
do.
with like the TNA run or whatever with Naomi and whatnot. They were okay with that because, like, you know, they don't see that through straight up competition, you know. And
yeah, no, totally. I think it might even be like, hey, we'll send you here go hang out with TNA for a month, for a year. You know what I mean? Like they do, because they have so many people. And then Naomi leaves for a year, and guess what? She's like refreshed. And fans are like, oh shit, Naomi. Fans are like, oh shit, Naomi's back. Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like it. TNA now has kind of been like another extension of NXT without the depth. You know what I mean? It kind of feels like they send some talent over there when they don't really have nothing for them, or if there's been.
I mean, I'm just curious what happens. I'm curious what happens now, because I mean, I can spoil this. I think I'm going to. So fuck y'all. There was no NXT talent at these tapings.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's an end of the year thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looked to me like Wendy Chu tweeted. I think she tweeted just thanks TNA, and some people took it as like, my boy Dr. Shrage took it as like, wow, is she signing with TNA? I was like, I don't think so. I took it as like a thanks, and now I'm leaving, kind of thing. And I think that's what happened. You know, like she said thanks, and then she left because then she had the match at Rosemary, and then she's out of the tapings.
Well, somebody had said they thought Wendy Chu, with her doing that, they took it as a sign that she's being called up to the main roster.
Oh, okay. Well, then I just took it. As she's not. She's done with TNA for now. That's how I took it. We'll see though. So getting to the show, Wendy Chu and Rosemary. Might as well mention them now. I wanted to like this. I really did. Oh man, thank you for who is this here? He-Man Chu. I didn't pull up Thompson yet.
Oh, okay.
He-Man Chu wrote. It didn't. I'm sorry.
He's been MIA lately, hasn't he?
React a lot to the match though. Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah. I was watching this and I tweeted about it. Absolutely dead. You could hear a fucking pin drop in the ring. Oh, and I'm sorry, TNA. You fucked up with this one. Rosemary was a great character, deserving of huge pushes for about a decade. Now she can't do it anymore. She can't. You can see it. She has bad knees. It's a known thing. She can't put on a good match anymore. She just can't. Decent maybe if she's being carried.
Yeah,
there's a reason they haven't done Jordan versus fucking Rosemary 5 times. She can't hang with Jordan. She'd look ridiculous. And now they're pushing her again, and it's gonna make Masha look dumb.
I mean, in terms of like jaw-dropping action in the ring, like Wendy Chu doesn't compliment Rosemary very good either.
Yeah, no. And they had like a pillow. Like Wendy had like a pillow.
Yeah.
Which, like, I guess it's part of her gimmick. Like she's like scary. I really don't know her gimmick, but I don't know. I like her. Like, it's funny, I didn't like her at all until she came to TNA. But like, I don't know. Like you could just tell when people were having fun and whatever. And like,
yeah, the gimmick is. I don't care. You know, with the gimmick's more than fine. But I don't. It's just like it doesn't really add any. You know, like any thrilling stuff to the knockouts.
I mean, but you can say that Rosemary just beat a fucking NXT star. Totally clean.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I mean, listen, that's good. I just, God,
Well,
man, it
Peter,
kills me as a lifelong Rosemary fan who's been begging for her to get another. She never won the TNA title. Do you know that?
oh,
She never won the Knockouts title.
right.
What's the word for when like people who break records and then they put that little the asterisk. She did win the Global Force Wrestling Women's title.
Oh, okay. So she's never held the women's.
Does that count? Does that
I
count
don't know. That's such a.
I guess it has to, right?
That was such a bad time for
Oh
me.
my God, totally. I mean, that's another thing, man. Like they had so much fucking shit, just so much shit, so much bad luck, so much everything. Like they changed her name 10 times. Like,
and I don't even want to think back then either, because like the X division had no identity under the GFW.
oh yeah, well I'm afraid they're kind of back to that.
Yeah,
which I hate. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let us know. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Moose winning the? I mean, first off, how do you feel about it?
Oh, me?
Yeah, Moose winning. Sorry, everyone. Everyone, if you missed it, Moose beats Speedball in the main event here.
I mean, I'm Speedball's awesome and all, but like, I don't know. It don't look any. It doesn't change it really anymore for me, because it's the fact that you put the belt on Samoa Joe back in the day. For me, it's here no different, because he's a talented big man.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm fine with it, because it might mean an option C match coming down the road. So
to me, I thought that's what it definitely was, and he actually tweeted something about that. Damn it, should have pulled it up, but whatever. I mean, he's not gonna be honest anyway. Like,
yeah,
I think like at first he said, I'm gonna make this title as big as the world title, which a lot of people say. I'm not thinking he's not going to, but I don't know. I just think it's just totally for a cash in. I don't know, I think I said it last week. Like he's gonna, like, because we weren't sure if he got the title until we actually saw it. You know what I mean? Because nobody wrote like, hey, there's a new the title changed hands at the tapings. Like no one was really sure about it. Like only people were like replying and stuff and saying, "Oh no, Moose definitely won the title. I was there or something." Like it was never like reported by anyone as far as I saw. So like when Moose won the title, that was actually like surprised, because I wasn't sure based on all that shit. And I don't know, I'm happy, but I don't know. I like the small man X division. It's just random.
Oh yeah,
I feel like it's random. I feel like it's kind of random, because how many big dudes can you throw in there that can be similar?
Yeah, I get that too, though. Like, I kind of see both sides of it, but somebody's like, he thinks, the one person I saw a comment said they think they keep throwing the belt at Moose because they have him under such an extensive contract, and they're trying to make the most out of him while they.
I got no. First off, I definitely have no problem with Moose winning any title ever. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
especially over boring ass Bailey.
Well, and then the thing
sorry,
is, Speedball's.
Sorry, one more pretty big spoiler. Speedball was not in tapings.
Oh wow!
And there have been rumors of him in AEW, haven't there? Didn't you say he was hanging out there?
Really good friends backstage with a lot of.
I'm sure Speedball was already on Blue Sky. And listen, to be fair, I'm guessing part of this has to do with the election. I mean, it's literally called Blue Sky. I mean, I don't know if it's you know what I mean? Like it's about. I'm guessing like more. I'm guessing this started with people from like what am I saying? Blue, angry liberals. And listen, I'm one of them, so fuck you, or I was one of them. I don't even know what I am anymore. Seriously, like I've been watching. I love Bill Maher. I think he's so fucking smart, and like he's always ahead of things, and he didn't know who was going to win the election, and he nailed Trump winning last time, and like he gave this great speech, like, listen, if Trump says something like about fucking, if he calls blacks, deal with it. That's what he fucking calls them. They don't have a problem with it. They just fucking voted for him. You know what I mean? Like I thought that was great. Like fuck it. Like you can't just be bitches about everything all the time. And this other guy was on his show and he kept being like, yeah, well, Trump. He's like, whatever. He won. It's over. And I was like, I don't know. I totally agreed. But now look, they all made their own fucking new thing. And listen, I get it. Twitter is shit. I don't like sticking up for Twitter, but running away to another place because you lost, like, what's weaker than that?
Yeah,
I got my ass kicked by everyone on Twitter. Holy shit. I got blackballed by the wrestling world. Fucking Sean Sapp. Fucking the only person that didn't fuck with me was Dave Meltzer, I'm pretty sure. Rosemary fucking abused me after she did a podcast with the total nonstop fucking scum fuckers. How's fucking J-Bone doing? Probably 800 pounds by now. Watching dudes with his wife. If you guys never heard the story, I got into a big thing with them, and they apologized. Sorry, asterisk. They apologized via J-Bone's wife, because none of them have a fucking pair of balls between them. And I'm not talking about that dude who's in the front row, because I don't know him and whatever. You freak me out a little bit, dude. You always got to be so close. Can you sit in the second row one time and be nice? Give your chair to some kid or something? All right, whatever. Masha Slamovich and Jordan versus Alicia and Tasha. What do you think? Is she turning? Are they turning Jordan?
I don't know. They were. I saw some comments saying Jordan's basically got one foot out the door. I don't know.
I agree. I agree, and I think it would just be weird. I mean, not weird,
Yeah.
but like, are they really going to turn Josh and Jordan right before they leave and make them interesting characters for the first time? Because it's like that's a dick move.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think we'll just see her go. By the new year.
Yeah,
go.
no, I agree. I mean, I don't know if like it's.
I don't think they really have enough time. It kind of depends on what this cycle of taping. You said we did.
I like the idea of turning a heel because what?
Yeah.
Just like what are they gonna do for the next pay-per-view?
Like I don't know.
Rematch?
I think it would be a bigger deal. Say Jordan shows up at I don't know what the hell happened to my computer. It signed me out for some reason. But Jordan showing up as a heel, like maybe to take somebody out in WWE.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I can see that. Oh yeah.
Cool.
Well, also something happens at the tapings that I don't know. It's not a big thing, but like she kind of just I don't know. I thought something happened on this show where like she gave a look, and I'm like, huh, that could be a little heelish down the line or something.
Yeah.
Also making her a heel would make Masha like more of a face. Like you know what I mean? Like Jordan's the face of the company. Like you gotta like knock her down some pegs, like they've done with Josh.
Well,
like they perfectly done with Josh. Perfectly. He was the man. He was the man of the company. Now what is he?
Well,
mid Carter with a shit group, but it still works. You know what I mean? Like he's not like terrible. They didn't like totally ruin him, but like I loved the position they did. They knocked him down the fucking roster perfectly. You don't send someone to AEW. You know what I mean? From the main event.
Yeah.
You send them to the fucking mid card. Like I love what they've done.
Because I mean, they did kind of swerve us with the Masha Slamovich with the Kiss of Death board there that she had.
Oh yeah. I don't know if they know what they were doing there.
Yeah, they built us up.
I
going to win via cheating or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they built us up, but like they just are so lacking with knockouts where they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like one of them could have turned heel, one could have turned face. Maybe they're still trying to sign Jordan. Like I really don't know. Like I have so many. Jordan is still announced for.
She could be in limbo.
A show in January, a taping in late January. So, but whatever. We still have a lot to get to with the things, and we don't want to go too long, especially since this was a goddamn Mustafa Ali versus Santana match. And I put the goddamn show on, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Mustafa Ali's back? Fuck yeah!" And then I'm like, "Wait, spoilers! He can't be back." Angry. Also, this was like 30 minutes, maybe. I don't know.
Well, what I hate about this,
it was two matches, wasn't it? Then.
Well,
Santino came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what I hate about this, Jay, is it's more of that into the vault stuff with the TNA. Well, I think it was the Impact Plus app at the time. Like they'd go back and like we used to flack on them for all of that. I mean,
totally.
This time around this week, it makes a little sense because we know the coming out of the tapings that left people injured and whatnot, and then with the severe.
So they had looks like they cut two matches, so that's why they did this the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In case anyone out there didn't know, but I mean, 2 segments, and then they had Santino come out, and it looked like so. But now. Because like Santana's, you know what I mean? Because Santana and Joe Hendry were on the same team in the second part of this.
But I hate the end of the year in TNA because it seems like we always lose a shitload of buzz if we have any by the end. It's like we don't finish out the year like must see
Yeah, no.
into the new year.
I think it's also just the end of the year.
Yeah, that could be too as well.
I'm guessing nobody does except WWE. Those bastards who would just fucking
yeah.
everything. Promo by Macklin, really good stuff. Oh,
Totally
forgot. Wentz and Miguel, how awesome!
Oh yeah, the treehouse.
The treehouse thing. It looked like a little,
Yeah.
sorry, maybe not brighter, but like the part where like they started smoking weed,
Yeah.
like everything started spinning around, like that was cool. I like that.
Well, no matter how many times they do it, even if it's like it's a similar setup, pretty much sitting in the chairs and whatnot. But I don't know. It's always a breath of fresh air, seeing them, input each other on things and having a good time. I don't know. It's just kind of if there's a backstage stage segment that you want to see on a show, it's something like that.
Yeah, they've done a lot of shitty backstage segments. This is not one. This is it's just like exactly like you said. It's fresh. Like you can just tell they're friends the way they talk to each other. You know what I mean? Like the way they act, like everything about it. Like they have such good chemistry, and they were shitting on like Wes Lee. You know what I mean? That was great.
Well,
so
that's it. They did a good job of putting over the NXT creative with Wes
and making sense out of themselves. Like, dude, we haven't wrestled, and I loved it. He was like, we haven't wrestled in months here because he was talking about one of them mentioned it. Like, man, we just lost. The other one was like, yeah, but we haven't wrestled in months. You know, like whatever, we'll be all right. You know. And like they were down, and then they smoked weed. Like they were like, shit, we're missing something. And I thought it was gonna be like I don't know the dude. Who's that third dude who keeps popping in and out? You mentioned him a lot. The other fucking rascal.
Oh Jesus,
Myron Reed.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that you could tell that's what's missing here.
I mean, is it? But like, I don't know. Can't they just be a tag team, like an awesome tag?
Yeah,
team?
that's true too.
Is something missing?
But like, I feel like they're missing that third rascal, and it's I don't know. I mean,
I love the simple story that they would have normally never done.
I think the three-man
we haven't wrestled in a long time, and Wentz has been in NXT. That's why they lost. Like, you know what I mean? It's such a simple thing that makes so much sense. Like, it's simple.
I think the reason why the Rascals seem like they'd be better as just a tag team is because they really don't have. I mean, yeah, they got the tag team titles they could run before, but how much better would it be if they had like a trios, if they had more time?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but also, have they ever had like a major run with the titles? I don't think so.
Not a major one. I think they held it for a brief time, and
I think they're one time or maybe two times. I feel like they should be like 8-time tag champions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like different groups of them. But I guess
definitely been times where I thought they should have pulled the trigger and they didn't. So
yeah. Macklin says Josh is nothing but a chicken shit. Yeah, I said the same thing a while back. I don't know why Macklin is getting crap from everyone like I am. I do like that it's not over though. Like whatever. Like it's a great feud.
I don't know. I feel
like they're doing so many little smart things like this. Like, yo, this feud works. Let's keep it. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like, Jay, this is a Stone Cold Bret Hart feud kind of.
It kind of feels.
Hart,
I mean, listen, we're not saying it's like on that level, obviously, but
not on that level, but you could tell they're kind of playing off that angle.
Yeah, totally. Even the countries.
Yeah, yep.
And how you got him on friggin' Veterans Day doing the video, like he's becoming the face of friggin' TNA slowly, which. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. They're doing things like that where it's kind of brilliant and it's so simple.
And maybe due to the result of the election, we might see more MAGA stuff from Macklin. So
yeah, listen, totally go for it. You know what I mean? If it's gonna piss people off, like fuck, who cares? It's wrestling. I mean, as long as no one gets crazy and hurt, or obviously,
Yeah, it's like they're gonna
no crazy fans in the ring or anything. But look what the Iron Sheik did. Christ.
It's not like TNA is going to dip any lower in the ratings on Access.
Seriously, that's another thing. Yeah. I mean, again, we keep hearing this same shit for 3 years, I think now, that they're looking for another thing. Like, I swear to God, one more fucking person says that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do anything except tweet and cry about it, but I'm going to tweet and cry louder. How about that?
Or like to say, either shit or get off the pot. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Basically.
Santana backstage with First Class. Again, man, I feel like everything Santana does is like kind of wrong, or just it doesn't fit with anything. Like, I'm like, okay, maybe he should hang out with First Class for a little. You know what I mean? Like he needs something. He has like the more he stays to himself, I feel like he's getting worse.
Yeah, I don't know. I just was hoping when he came in, creative would have him have a more meaningful,
Totally.
presence.
Yeah, I did too.
It's been underwhelming, really. It's been a lot of
there's
talk.
so much talking. Oh my god. He should be putting on fucking. I'm not a fan of them at all, but he should be putting on weekly fucking, what are those challenges? Weekly open challenges or some shit. Instead of talking about the city of New York and whatever that has nothing to do with anything.
I'm just gonna say Jay's from New York, and I think Jay's lived there in the streets of New York longer than you, boss.
Sitting there nodding like, yeah, I know, I live here. Can we get to matches? Where is Ortiz? Okay, Heather by Elegance versus Jody Threat. Good God. Did you see what Heather was wearing?
Yeah, I noticed a lady in the front row was kind of like looking too, like she thought it was kind of skimpy. I think she was.
Sorry, Alicia also. Alicia should have had her ass out.
Yeah. She's wore those before.
Actual TNA. Get it, everyone?
Yeah.
That was the whole meaning of all of this.
The other reckless gear is pretty.
Damn, yeah, holy.
A little bit. It's kind of almost like a Rikishi song kind of thing going on.
She came out and I was like, what? Okay, I can become a. I mean, listen, I liked when they signed her. I thought she was too short, but after staring at her for a long time, I'm not having any problems. I don't know. My voice just went really high. I'm losing my issues with her, and I'm just happy to see her. And not all in a sexist way, although some of it. But is it sexist if you're putting on beauty? I don't think so. Fuck off. Moose beats Bailey in the main event. Awesome main event. One of the matches of the year for me, and like you said, that's the reason you do matches like this. Like Samoa Joe, made the X Division better because he didn't fit in the X Division. He could throw these fucking guys around. You know what I mean?
Well, it'd be different if I didn't think Moose could hang. Like he's just a big goof. That couldn't wrestle.
Totally, yeah.
And then he wins the title. I'd be like,
if he was just some goof like Trent Seven, exactly, yeah.
It'd be like putting AJ Francis. No knock on him. I would never have him get a win.
No, totally. Totally agree. And what was the look on your face when the show ended with our boy Trent Seven?
Oh my!
Talk about a buzzkill. Moose just won the fucking X Division Championship. That's where you end the show. Fuck this guy. Or if Moose is going to win the X Division Championship, you have this guy fucking help, and then you low blow him during the match.
We did say that Trent Seven needed a character change, and I think maybe at least even if it's something, expensive Bailey, I guess it's something. But I don't know. I mean, so far, how's that working out for Jake something as a heel? It isn't. He really been prominent on TV or.
Again, that was a good idea for a team that they wrestled twice.
Yeah.
6.75 out of 10 from my man Christian. Pretty average show until the last half hour. Yeah, I mean, listen, Christian giving a 6.75. Oh, 6.75. Damn. I don't know. They went 6.75. Does that mean you'll go 6.76? Or was it just only fives? Whatever. Pretty average show until the last half hour. That's fair. And that's a good score for a show that had a goddamn 30-minute bullshit break from last year. Joe Hendry is still around the main event scene, which now has Eddie and Kaz lurking. I like how they're trying with. I agree with that. I like how they're trying with the Knockouts division, even if Heather and Ash are nauseating at times with their characters.
Yeah, and then we missed a segment in here. Well, a small segment with Joe Hendry where he was.
Oh God, thank you.
Yeah,
hysterical, fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do the highlights of his career.
Sorry about that, Jay. I had something come up. What were you saying?
It was he's like, I'm gonna do a song about the highlights of Ryan Nemett's career. And it was
yeah. Then it
was my brother is Nick Nemeth, and that was it. I was really surprised how the crowd just totally got it. You know what I mean? And they were literally chanting,
we were
"One
fighting
more
for more."
time, one more time, one more time." That was really fucking good. That was really funny. We also missed Heather. Wait, did we miss that? Jody Threat beat Heather. And yeah, it was fine. I mean,
yeah, that now evens them up as far as Spitfire getting a win over them, and then like Ash by Elegance getting a win over Danny Luna
yeah.
the week
I just
before, I
think they
believe.
do these matches too much, and then like it's obviously going to be, the tag match at the Knockouts tag match at the upcoming whatever. And okay, we have to move on and get to Speedball Mountain is dead. That's good because they should be singles wrestlers. I like to turn because Seven came back and was immediately. Oh, here you go. That's pretty good. I like to turn because Seven came back and was immediately frustrated at losing in the gauntlet. You can say that Bailey belittled him by trying to coach him out of it, even though he's a veteran. There's an Evie story there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because that week before he did kind of. I don't think he intentionally talked down to him, but I think he was like, you're trying Seven, and you're a champion now.
I get.
I don't know.
It's like what I've been saying. They're actually telling fucking stories, like, you know what I mean, without telling the stories because we're just seeing it. But yeah, Moose option C. That's going to be interesting as shit. And okay, we got to. At
least it'll be something.
So, spoiler time. Get the hell out of here if you don't want spoilers. One more time. Spoiler warning. Okay, I don't know. We have to move. 2 days ago, this is the first night. They did a lot of fucking matches, so I'm going to do these fast. Ace and the Hardys beat Hammerstone, Jake, and Seven. See, there you go. Like, you just turn this dude and he loses. Hammerstone should not be losing. I get it. It's Ace Austin and the Hardys. It's a really good fucking team.
Yeah.
Danny Luna versus Heller by Elegance. We don't know the winner of that one. Kazarian defeats Rhino. Whatever. Cool with that. JDC and Moose versus Leon Slater and Laredo Kid. I'm just going to guess that's Moose won that one. Team Moose. Joe Hendry defeated Ryan Nemeth. Kushida. I'm shocked he's still around. And he's winning now. He defeated Conan Lycan, who I think it was his first time returning in a while.
What are they? They're so not.
He's one. He's
show. Like,
wait, Conan Lycan is part of a tag team.
Yeah, he's Satan Center, one half of the Satan Center.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember they missed the taping? Something about I don't know. Josh played it up like it was a customs thing or whatever.
Yes, I did like that. Yeah, I did like that.
But
wait a minute.
But
Are you sure Conan Lycan is a sinner or a saint?
Yeah.
I feel like. Wait a minute.
Pretty sure they.
Wait a minute. No, sinner or saint are two bald dudes.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever, people. Sorry.
Oh.
Okay, whatever. Back to spoilers. Judas Icarus and Travis Williams. Gary is wrong for the first time ever.
Okay, well, maybe I was thinking that I could have swore they were.
Conan Lycan's from something. I just don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's the Indies or he. I think he was in TNA like for a match. I don't know. He did something. Whatever. He's a big dude. He has a good look. Mike Santana defeated Casey Navarro on the other match. That's cool. And hey, I got no problem with Navarro losing, even though I'm a big fan. If I didn't mention it, like those guys are awesome. Like I love. Even they had like a little thing tonight. Like I like it. You know what I mean? They're always trying to do. They're always trying something. Those guys like trying to add members. They see fucking Santana isn't doing much. PCO and Callahan defeated the Good Hands. How's that one? PCO and Callahan. Rosemary defeated Jada Stone. Jada Stone, I believe, wrestled twice here. I'm not positive. Maggie Moore returned and lost again to Zia Brookside. So, I don't know. I like the fact that we have jobber knockouts now.
I don't mean to change the subject, or it says Conan Lycan actually was a part of All Elite Wrestling at some point.
Okay. Okay, now there's a few matches.
I don't know.
There's a few matches we don't have spoilers for on this one, but then we'll get to the next one where it has the actual Rascals versus. The Rascals defeated Chris and Alan Angels. Nick Nemeth defeated Ryan Myers. The Northern Armory. I think they lost to EY Macklin and Gresham. There's no result on that one. Okay. Next night.
Yeah, would make
Next
sense.
night, which has a crazy amount of shit. And most of this, this came from JT on TNA Asylum.net. Put together by Chucky CHK, and that's enough. Knockouts World Champion Spitfire defeated TBA. I don't think that's the right wording. Unknown. not gonna be announced soon. You don't know who they were.
Yeah.
The good hand. Okay, this I don't like. This I don't like at all. As much as we love the good hands, and I get it, they need to win sometime. They defeated Alan Angels and Jake Christ.
Oh wow. Man, that's like
I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
So I quickly changed my mind on that, and now I'm thinking he's not sticking around, but we'll see. Savannah Evans defeated Brittany Jade. Again, don't know who that is, but I'm interested, and nice to see Savannah get a fucking win. Kushida defeated JDC, Ace Austin, Leon Slater, and Trent Seven to earn an X Division Turning Point match. So how's that for a fucking match?
Wow.
Kushida versus Moose at Turning Point. I mean, Jesus. Again, I think he's listening to us. Use Kushida, put him in good matches. Holy fuck, that might be the best match he has.
I mean, they dropped his momentum about 4 or 5 months.
Exactly. He has no momentum. He has nothing at all, but he can still put on a fucking match of the year with Moose.
Oh yeah.
Masha defeated Alicia Edwards in a no DQ title match. Good for Alicia. And people shit on this match. It was funny. I actually saw people shitting on this match in the comments before it. And then after, the dude at the show was like, I got to give it to her, man. Alicia's really good in these hardcore matches. Those words have come out of my mouth. That's what she's great at. She kills the indies at that. You know what I mean? She takes an awesome beating.
Well, that's why I say people are super unfair to her, because she's not going to put on no 4 or 5 star match. She's not that. She's a
90 pounds.
More better, like a better character, and
exactly.
like Tom Hannafan even mentioned, he goes, boy, notice how Alicia always knows where to be on the side of the ring.
Exactly. That's one of those things I noticed, and I never noticed shit like that. So she must be doing it really well for me to notice that. Like, I pointed it out a while ago. I thought it was just so interesting. Okay, this is a weird one. I was reading this, but Moose was out talking, right? Diener comes out.
Oh no!
And then the guy goes, "I'm sorry, I went to the bathroom. It was something like, he didn't like Diener, or I don't know, something with his kid or something." So then we just see it's an impromptu. Then we see it turns into an impromptu match for the title.
Well,
and
you
Moose wins.
make him the new Tommy Dreamer, where you wish he's always backstage.
This could be an interesting one, because it sounds like he comes out, talks shit, and then Moose just kills him, which would be great. Like, he's like, "I'll give you a match," and then he just kills him in the match, which.
And no knock on Diener, he does a hell of a job with promoting things and standing up for the underprivileged and whatnot. But man, I don't know.
Nothing wrong with being in the back.
Yeah, it's time to,
How's this one? How is this one? The first notch we have seen, the first shot taken. Tasha Steelz defeats Jordan Grace.
What?
Boom! Down a notch goes Jordan.
Oh,
Tasha Steelz, our girl, former fucking world champion, who should be able to beat Jordan. Not sure about this point, but
yeah,
it is what it is. You have to make Jordan lose, and I love that they fucking do this, man. Scott would have made fucking put them out with the world titles. You know what I mean? He didn't give a shit. He let people leave with the fucking titles. He let people retire with the titles.
Very bold putting Tasha over here, though.
I love it. Well, I don't think it is. I mean, because who else can beat Jordan at this moment?
Oh.
That would make sense.
I mean, because the difference in the statures of the women, one.
Oh, totally. But I mean, at least you can. I feel like they can go to Tasha's a former world champion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
yeah,
it's that
she
simple.
definitely. Maybe they're kind
so
of
much happier that it's not Rosemary
because Tasha has hung in there with some of the greats,
I mean, she had some great matches against. Yeah, as I'm saying, Deanna and Jordan. She was a top. Yeah, she was a world champ for a while.
And plus isn't she like almost 40 years old too?
Yeah, she looks and freaking wrestles great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like maybe too, it wouldn't hurt to maybe
I was
thinking about retiring.
Give her a run now. Yeah, that's why I was so mad when oh God, who was it? Jordan. Kira Hogan left because she was like so young, and I feel like they were like so similar, and she could have learned more from her, and she
'Cause
could
I
have been
think
like a world. She could have been a world champion at this point, and she's an
'cause I
absolute nothing in AEW.
Because
And
I
it's just
think
sad.
I don't know about you, but I think it's a lot tougher for, say, a lady at 40 to be still wrestling
Oh my
versus
God, totally.
man. Because, like, I mean, look
even
how long
close.
Flair wrestled until he is in his 60s.
Oh,
You know,
totally. Look at the numbers. I mean, I think what's Stan's
You
in
know-
his 40s, right? Isn't Randy Orton in his 40s?
yeah, he's got to be. His father's like as
I
old.
mean, Jesus. How about that? That's a good one. People just. How about someone out there just looks up the amount of men in their 40s wrestling compared to the women in their 40s wrestling.
Yeah, see that.
But again,
I
I'm sure it's the same with actors, and that's a whole women's thing, which probably not going to get much better. I hate to say it, but hey, you all voted for it, so I don't know what to say. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Okay. Sorry, what did I miss? Rosemary defeats Zia Brookside. What the fuck? PCO and Sammy Callahan defeated Hammerstone and Jake something by DQ. Okay, that might have been the same match from earlier. I'm not sure. I don't think they wrestled twice.
I know they wrestled on Explosion. Jake something.
That's what I mean. Okay, maybe one of those.
Hammerstone.
It's the same match. PCO and Sammy Callahan versus Hammerstone and something.
Yeah, they
Whatever.
faced.
They lost again. I'm just really hoping they didn't lose twice, this fucking team, or else, Jesus, why put them together?
Yeah.
God, what a monster team! They should be wrestling the Hardys next month. Whatever.
Yeah.
Rosemary defeats Zia Brookside. Again, I'm fine with it. Rosemary is one of the few fucking knockouts champions, or close. And you know what I mean? Like, they're putting her and Tasha, like, I feel like they're making fucking levels again. Like, no, I don't know about level. You know what I mean? Like, where okay, Jordan's the best, but then Tasha's up there. And then Rosemary's up there because Rosemary's been winning a lot. Finally.
Yeah.
And I'm not even, I don't love it, but whatever. Then the Hardys defeat the System again via DQ. And Rhino and Joe Hendry defeat First Class.
It's kind of like they're rebooting the knockouts, and whether it be with the pieces they have, whoever they bring in.
And like they're trying all kinds of new people, it seems like.
I think that's being the force of hand because like you said, their NXT has everybody, WWE has everybody. NXT could start their own promotion just with their own knockout, or their form of divas or knockouts, whatever they refer to them as.
Absolutely insane. And great point. Sorry, looking up Eric Isaac. Thank you for the comment. Good show, fellas. It was a travesty not to have Rosemary or a PCO match on its Halloween episode. Totally didn't see that. Those are those things I saw the comments and I was like, oh, such a good comment. Like, totally.
Yeah.
How do you not fucking...
or backstage with one of the two where, it kind of gives that dark culture-y feel a little bit on the show.
Yeah. And then a new one. Ed Garm, 1383. I like Danny Luna, but she has no backstory or reason to care about her character. Well, let me say to that, I agree, but her backstory is she's really, really good looking. Kidding.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't. When I see Danny, I see. I don't know if you notice it. She kind of has like a disgruntled look on her face. I don't know if she's not really too pleased with her booking on the show. I don't know.
I think it's. I don't know. I feel like I like her facial expressions, as in like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's. I don't know. I think it's more about that. Like she's trying to show. Well, maybe it is that. Maybe she's trying to Maybe she's angry with. She's carrying the team. It's going to turn into something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just
because they have been. I mean, that's what I hate about the team. They fought for months and nothing ever happened, and then they became champions.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't have anything unless you do.
We're at 40 minutes here. The other one was pretty fucking. All right, yeah, we got to get the hell out of here, people. This might be over an hour, and it's ridiculous, but there was a lot of spoilers and a lot of news, and that AEW shit. Really funny. God.
We might want to reiterate before we go off. TNA management, you got to sign Silas Young.
Oh my God, seriously. Yeah, we should have led more with that, but he is on this week's Explosion, which is available now on TNA Plus and coming soon on whatever the fuck. TNA fucking... I don't know what it's called anymore, but... What is it? TNA fucking. Oh, it's
TNA Impact Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, coming soon to the other one. YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things I don't really like. Like, I don't know. If you can have like an exclusive show, make it exclusive. Or else, why doesn't everyone just wait 2 days to go on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
But whatever. That's it. Yeah, we gotta get the hell out of here. Time's going crazy. Okay, catch you next week, people.
See you next week.